In this video, Michael, Faraz, and I are going to be sharing 5 nuggets of wisdom from the live training sessions we here at Plane Academy hosted in 2024. For 2025, Plane Academy is hosting live training sessions every month where any Plane Academy member can join the workshop calls and learn or ask questions from Michael, Faraz, or our other guest experts. Our first clip comes from a session Faraz ran, where he showed everyone how they could simplify progress reports with P6 and Excel. And here, he talks about how helpful using a VLOOKUP formula can be.
So I have used simple VLOOKUP formula from the program part, where you can do is use VLOOKUP. Using the VLOOKUP formula is a game changer for updating the daily progress report. Now it will ask you which value you are looking up for. It pulls data directly from the program, saving your time and reducing error. So here we have VLOOKUP formula and we have the value here. I will just copy it. You have your plan start. It's a smart way to streamline your workflow.
Chris Carson. If you've never heard of him, check him out on LinkedIn. He is one of the most knowledgeable guys in our industry when it comes to scheduling. Number one, he has the most letters after his name than I've ever seen, and he's authored more recommended practice papers for the AECE than anyone I know. He's also incredibly generous with his knowledge and his time. I invited Chris to join me and our members to discuss the complications and nuances of trying to plan for adverse weather in our project schedules. Check it out.
You know, the schedule is supposed to be a model of the project. If you're going to model the project, you have to model how the people are going to work and what's going to prevent them from working. Adverse weather covers a lot of different things, and sometimes things people don't think about. And so somebody has to be able to say, if I'm going to model the weather for all the trades, I have to figure out how do I model that type of a condition. We know that it's going to impact the project. We have to figure out, you know, it's unknown, but we got to predict it somehow. So we have to have some kind of a system to model.
This was a great session. Chris walked us through a few different approaches for tracking adverse weather days in our project schedules. Now, some of those approaches were not at all easy to implement. And after some lively discussion, the session got a little bit heated. Even I learned a lot. We can all learn a lot from having these lively, interesting discussions with top-level experts like Chris Carson.
Project controls and the construction industry have a lot of stress associated with them. When we are anxious, it becomes harder to act and think logically. Juanita talks about how aiming to be the most relaxed person in a room gives you the most power.
If someone's really relaxed and grounded, they're the one who are going to hold the energy of the space. I mean, I personally witnessed this when I used to work with groups of teenagers in the hospital.
But this is what mindfulness is all about. Realizing we are stressed and stepping back, then we can assess and choose and figure out how we want to react.
And I just want to normalize that again. It's like, this is your nervous system. It's reacting to it like it's something different, right? It's like there's part of your nervous system that's saying, this is dangerous. And so you go into this place.
Because when pushed, we typically respond one of 3 ways: fight, flight, or people please, in order to get out of the situation. But these are automatic reactions.
And so these are tools that I'm going to go through where it's like you could use in a meeting, for instance, as a way to anchor yourself to be present in the moment. That takes time and that takes practice.
Yeah, that's black belt level stuff.
Remaining calm and in control is an ability that gets more effective with practice. As Michael points out, if you can do it in really tense situations, it's like a black belt level of mastery. By choosing to be calm and mindful of our stress and anxiety about a situation, we can work through the problem and find a constructive solution that helps everyone by being calm. In the next clip, Faraz is back showing our members how to get the most out of earned value reporting.
Let's say we are updating our schedule now, and we are updating on data date of 15th of July. As you can see here, on 15th July, for design work, plan percent is 50%. Now let's say I want to change it to 20. So you can see these values are changing by itself. This is how actually P6 calculates. So what is a formula for it? You can learn how the plan person formula works in Primavera P6 and understand the basic principles behind the calculation. Plus, you can use the if function in Excel to create a formula for plan person complete. It's easier than you think.
Being curious is a great trait to have. Michael and guest Christian Peichel both give examples of how being curious leads to really helpful, unexpected positives for yourself and your team.
I'm curious about the engineering as well, and that's my own personal thing. What I did is I soaked up all the engineering, and now I can speak all the engineering to people, and I baked it into some of my training. For schedulers specifically, I'll also say that schedulers who do understand some engineering and can help to translate that engineering into project schedules, those people are going to be high in demand.
I mean, I've been in the construction industry now for longer than I really want to count. My favorite place to facilitate from is a point of ignorance. And I'm going to ask maybe some probing questions, but I try to catch myself when I inject my own bias or my own solutions. Like from a facilitation point of view, is the team able to explain what they're thinking and where they're headed and how this is going to work and how they're going to make it work to satisfy my curiosity?
I think this is a really important clip because it is something that everyone can do in a big or small way. Michael gleaned so much engineering knowledge from being curious and following up on those questions that he was able to understand schedule building and planning on a much higher level. And as Christian points out, asking questions, even stupid ones, is a great way to facilitate constructive conversations between members of a team, where both parties can learn simply by talking things out based off one person being curious. In my own life, a lot of my learning comes from that same place, trying to explain something to myself or someone else and realize I have no idea why X is the way it is or Y. And so I have to go and ask someone and find out what I'm missing, which usually leads to more questions and a more helpful way to learn.
I hope you got a lot from these tidbits. If you haven't done so, head over to planacademy.com and check out our courses. Signing up for just one of those courses makes you an active Plan Academy member for a full year, and it gives you free access to attend these regular live training sessions. I'm Michael, happy planning. I'll see you again soon.